We're asking for a magic bullet. All right, we need you to solve all of the purity problems in college ministry. So here's a question: if you had a
Okay.
magic wand and you can make every college ministry leader teach one thing to develop a healthier church culture around sexual purity, what would it be?
Oh goodness. Do I have more than one sentence? Because
Yes, yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
fine.
oh, that's a great question. Um, I think starting by acknowledging that God created sexuality and it's good, and just removing some of the shame that we are born into from just being sexual beings,
Yeah.
realizing that being a sexual being is not a sin in and of itself. I think we start there with our children when they're young, but then also acknowledging that there are boundaries around the act of sex that God has created, and that sometimes those boundaries um, will be difficult on us. That they will be we will experience loneliness and suffering,
Mhm.
and maybe even loss. So when someone comes to Christ and we say, "Hey," you might have to give up this relationship because it's sinful. That is a loss, and it's a
Mhm.
loss that we lay down at the cross,
Mhm.
so that we can pick up the cross and follow Christ. And so I think acknowledging the good of sexuality, the boundaries of sex, and that suffering is part of the Christian life. And sometimes being a sexual being does involve suffering, because so much of the Christian life is actually self-control. David Powlison said that. He said, even those who are married, 98% of our life is practicing sexual self-control, not giving into it.
Mhm.
There's only a very small pocket and place um, to express the act of sex itself. And the rest of life is learning how to be sexual beings and to be close with others while honoring them within the parameters God has created. So, removing the shame from sexuality, reminding them of the boundaries of sex, which are very difficult, but acknowledging that it's okay if it's a struggle, that it's okay if it's hard, and that that's part of where we carry one another's burdens. And we don't need to, wear rose colored glasses. Being sexual beings in these bodies post fall is very difficult.